Check, check, 1, 2, 3, check, check. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. right, my friends. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Happy birthday, Naked. Belated birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, I was out riding my unicycle, so I'm a little sweaty. Sorry about that. It's a lot of fun. All right. What's up, Cemetery Ladix 13? What's good? What's good? What's happening? Oh, that's my strap. When I was riding, my strap there, right here. Oh, there we go. All right. Offlining mech. What a birthday, huh? Wow. All right, let's jump into it. We got a lot to do today. Let me get some chill. Let me get some lo-fi going here. Hold on. And just turn it down just a little bit. I like to play a little lo-fi in the background. Let me know if it's annoying. Or not annoying. Too loud is what I mean. That sounds just about right to there for me. All right, let's jump into it. First things first, if you're watching now or if you're watching on demand, I want to say hello and welcome. Bible study on Tuesdays and Thursdays usually. Couple of announcements. Mark on your calendar October 10th, Vision Sunday. That's across VR MMO churches, Altspace, VR Chat, Rust, Final Fantasy. Lots of announcements, big updates on what's coming up for Season 5 of VR Church. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a big day, October 10th. Mark it on your calendar. Try to make it to one of the church services if you are able to. If you're not able to, then we'll probably stream it, so it'll be on demand. You can watch it later on YouTube or here on Twitch. So that's coming October 10th. That's been announcement number 1. Today, we're going to do a Bible study here on Twitch. And then we are going to go to Flight Simulator because, hold on, let me turn this down. Because Alice, that's the next part of our stream, is to fly with Alice around her hometown. So that's what we're going to do. And then a lot of Rust. So Bible study, a quick flight in England in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then pretty much Rust the rest of the day. But I think I'm going to stream Rust on YouTube. So I think these first two, I'm experimenting with YouTube. And I'm also going to do it on Twitch too. On TikTok. If you are, hold on, let me pull this up. TikTok. I would love for you to follow me on TikTok. If you are on the talk, follow me. Oops, why did it put an exclamation or question mark? Maybe that one. All right, so lots to do today. Let's hop to it. How is the music too loud? Is it too annoying? Just right? Too old for it. How old are, if I may ask? You don't have to tell me. But how old are you, Nick? You know, like when I talk to you, what are you, like, you're 25. Oh, please. I'm 43. I'm 43. Too old for TikTok. You would actually like it. So here's the thing about, before we get to the Bible study, hey, Phantom. Here's the thing about TikTok. When you first interact with it, it is a strange platform. You're like, what is this? Why am I on here? This is ridiculous, right? And then once it figures out the interests that you like let's say it's gaming, anime, science, geography, whatever you start to like and interact with, the algorithm forms to your tastes. And TikTok becomes amazing. It just takes off. It is, listen. It is better than YouTube. It's better than Instagram, Twitter. It is. Once it gets to your likings. Until then, yeah, it's strange. It's a weird platform. Until then. So if you get on there, you got to give it some time. Interact with the things that you really like. Search up the things that you like. And then it'll start feeding you content that you'll enjoy. Oh yeah. Well, that's a whole. But that's not TikTok though. Naked. That's like everything. That's Candy Crush and you know whatever else is going on. What doesn't TikTok doesn't have volume adjustment? You sure? Hold on. Oh, like and you're talking about in the app? Because I can. Maybe you're talking about in the app, like the player. Like yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Naked. How did you discover MMO Church and Rust? I've always assumed it was through TikTok. That's where like 99% of people that are in our Rust church have come from TikTok. I'd be interested to know that. All right, we got some lo-fi plan. If you're just popping in, Bible study, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then a lot of Rust today. I think I'm going to stream Rust on YouTube. Like I was saying, I'm experimenting with Rust, and I'm going to stream on TikTok too at the same time. Alice, get ready to fly soon. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting, Nick. I just always assumed through. I've always just assumed through TikTok because that's where everyone else came from. All right, friends. So we are studying the book of First Peter in Virtual Reality Church as well as MMO Church in Rust. And last week we studied First Peter 4. So what you're seeing is a theme that Hebrews, James, and now Peter are talking about. And they're talking about suffering and difficulty, going through hard times, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, economically, relationally, with your career. I mean, you name it. There's like an endless list of things that can come and affect what we're doing in our lives, right? And so what's interesting is in these books, you're seeing this theme about suffering. Not that we should live lives, our whole lives, suffering. I don't think that's a thing. I have heard of some religious people saying we should constantly be suffering, or they imply it, infer it. But I don't think so. I think it's just for seasons that we face that. And some of the suffering we go to, not all of it, some of the suffering that we go through is actually divine. It's designed by God. And why would God put us through suffering? It seems kind of cruel. Well, it's no different than, let me give you a little illustration. When we like do exercises, we go out for a run, we're, putting strain on our muscles, causing injury or pain, or, with our lungs, there's a lot of air coming in and we're just getting tired and fatigued. And why do we do that? Our lungs and our muscles says, hey, what are you doing? Why are you putting me through suffering? And we tell our lungs and our muscles, hey, it's just for a little bit because we want to make you stronger. And in the same way, some of the things we go, it's not everything, but some of the things we go through are purposed, are put there by God to help you become stronger. Or God's going to use it. Maybe he didn't do it, but he's like, oh, this is an opportunity to make you stronger. And so you see this theme through Hebrews, James, and John, which we really haven't seen before, and at least in a very specific way. So anyways, just a quick recap. He talked about Christ suffered and underwent pain, and that we must have the same attitude that Christ did to be ready to go through these difficult times, to increase our capacity, to increase the strength of our spirit. And then he says this, for remember, when your body suffers, sin loses its power. Addictions, bad habits, sins, whatever you want to call it, missing the mark is technically what sin means. It loses its power, and you won't be spending the rest of your life chasing after evil desires, but you will be anxious, or your goal will be to do the will of God, to live a life of love. And so let's see here, and you won't be spending... go back and listen to the messages from 1 Peter 4, or go back and read it yourself. There's a lot of just powerful things. When you start to live change your direction in your life, your former friends will be very surprised and they might make fun of you. Anytime you try to go to the next level, there's always going to be a hater. Anytime you try to improve your life mentally and emotionally, economically, there's always going to be a hater. And so that's what Peter is referring to here. He encourages us to be thoughtful men and women of prayer, to be very talking to God all the time. Physical pain caused by nature is suffering, but I do believe that Lucifer's way of saying he is around. Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it. Is this First Peter 4? Yes. Yep, we're just doing a recap of Sunday, and we'll preview First Peter 5 coming up. But then, if you're watching now, you're watching later on demand, here's the main thing. Most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love makes up for many of your faults. So at the end of the day, show love towards one another. That is the main thing. It's not about being religious. It's not about going to church. I mean, that can be a good thing, if maybe religion and church and all that can be good, but that's nothing unless we have love for one another, which I know is tough sometimes. Let's see here. God has given you special abilities. You have special, unique talents and abilities that no one else has. God has given you something specially that unique. There's a reason you're here on this earth. You might not realize it. You might not be aware of it. And by the way, all these movies that we enjoy is like, one of the reasons we enjoy it is to see the awareness, the character realizing that there's a destiny. A Skywalker, Potter, Avenger, the whole bit. These characters go from not knowing to knowing. And in the same way, that's us. It's an archetypical story of us, that we have been given talents and abilities and uniquenesses. You're not a mistake. You're not just random. And part of our life and our journey is to discover what that is. And it might not feel like you're like, I don't have any talents or I don't have any abilities, but you do. And part of life is coming to that realization. So I could talk about this forever. Special abilities or spiritual gifts. Be sure to use them to help each other. You're not just flaunting your gift around. We are helping each other, passing on to others many kinds of God's blessings. So God oftentimes blesses other people through you. Okay, a key phrase here. I just put this on TikTok. Dear friends, don't be bewildered or surprised when you go through fiery trials ahead. Fiery trials ahead. For this is no strange, unusual thing that is going to happen to you. In other words, God's not angry. You didn't make a mistake. So don't be bewildered or surprised. Like, hey, Pastor, I've been in prayer. I've been loving others. I've been, trying to aim my life in a good direction. And all hell's breaking loose in my life. What's the deal? And so here the writer is saying, well, don't be surprised or bewildered about it, because it's going to happen. You could, be right on course, right? And bam, storms of life, dark nights of the soul. And so the writer is trying to help us realize that that's not God being angry. Don't be bewildered or surprised, because God's, these difficulties is forming us and fashioning us. And that's why he says, instead, be really glad. Be glad in suffering. I'm laughing because it's just a weird thing to say. You're going through hell, be glad about it. But at the end of the day, we're going back to, the muscles that we put through suffering and the lungs we put through suffering is to increase our capacity. So these trials will make you partners with Christ in his suffering. Be happy if you are cursed and insulted for being a Christian. All right. And then he's saying, don't suffer for bad things. That's kind of another thing. Like if you're suffering because you're doing like evil in this world, you know what I mean? You're charting your life in a wrong direction and you're suffering because of that. Just let your suffering be because of good things, not be because of bad things. So if you are suffering, don't forget, suffering is a season. This is not the destiny of your life. But if you're going through suffering and that season of life comes, and it's according to God's will, you're not just doing things and bringing it on yourself, whatever. Here's a couple things to think about. Keep on doing what is right and trust yourself to God who made you. So stay in faith is basically what it's saying. All right, that's the recap. 1 Peter 4, like I said, we already got that on the Twitch, and I think it'll be on YouTube later today. All right. Let's preview 1 Peter chapter 5. So the way this works is this is what we're going to be teaching on Sunday. These aren't like hardcore prepared thoughts. I've been scanning the scripture, and so this is just kind of like in the early development of the sermon that's coming on Sunday. I believe I'm on this week to teach, as well as Alina, and Rico, I think, is preaching. Excuse me. So we're going to do 1 Peter chapter 5 this week. And so, hold on. Oh, someone's gotten in my throat there. All right, so let's do a little preview. All right, and now a word to you elders of the church. All right, so pay attention. Pastor Alina, DJ, Bismick, Zach. Who else is an elder? Coco's going to be an elder soon. Wilco, all you elders, man. And you know what? We can expand this to any leader in the church. So at VR Church, we have the elders. There's 5 or 6 men and women that oversee the church. Like I said, Alina, Bismick, me, Zach, Wilco, Coco soon. And then we have like the admins and the officers. And so really, we'll just call the leadership of the church, not just elders, because some of you might be leaders here at VR Church and go, oh, well, this isn't for me. No, actually, pay close attention. Even though he's talking to elders, let's expand this to anybody that leads the church in some capacity. So now a word to you, elders of the church. I, too, am an elder. With my own eyes, I saw Christ dying on the cross, and I, too, will share his glory and his honor when he returns. This is a fascinating statement to me. Sharing God's glory and sharing his honor. Fellow elders, leaders of the church, this is my plea to you. Feed the flock of God. That's our primary. Here, let me move myself out of the way here. There we go. So you can see the scripture better. Feed the flock of God. And that's our primary goal, is to feed the flock. It's not to have titles or be bossy or to tell you what to do. This is not a cult. This is a spiritual community. But a part of our goal is to feed the flock of God. And that's what we're doing now. We're giving spiritual nourishment from the Word of God. So feed the flock of God through prayer, through the scriptures, through worship and song, through conversation and community. Feed the flock of God, build you up, give you spiritual nourishment so that you can grow. That's oftentimes, particularly as a child, as a baby, why we eat, is to grow. And so in the same way, we want you to grow in your life. And so we're going to feed you as best as we can through prayer, the scripture, worship, community, conversation. We want to feed the flock of God. That's our primary our goal. That's all the things that we do. That's the top of the list. And then he says this, care for it willingly, not grudgingly. See, to be a leader of the church, you want to care for others. And it's not just a title thing, a power trip thing, man. That I've seen that, I've been a part of that. It's no good, it's no fun. It doesn't. The end result is poor. It's very bad. So feed the flock of God, care for it willingly, not grudgingly, not for what you will get out of it, but because you are eager to serve the Lord. So what's the motivation in being a leader? What's the motivation in being an elder or an officer or an admin? What's your motivation? Is it to care for people? Is it to feed people? Or is it because of a power trip and titles and what you're going to get out of it? Because you're in the wrong place. To be honest, I say that lovingly, if that's the motivation. Spiritual abuse. Don't be tyrants. Power trip. Titles. Overemphasis. Like we have titles, but the overemphasizing of, like my title is bishop. Oh, I'm better than you. No, I'm not. We're all on equal plane. We use titles to help us organize. You think of like a basketball team that has like a team captain, an assistant team captain. They have an assistant coach and coach. It's not a power trip thing. It's just more of like we're organizing this objective in the community, and that's the same way. But titles can go too far, and don't be tyrants. You probably have interacted with people that have been power trip people. That's never any fun. But it's funny that he uses that word tyrant. Don't be tyrants, but lead them by your good example. Fundamentally, to be a good leader is to be a good example. It's not just to like, hey, do this, do that, and do what I say, and do as I say. No, as a good leader, as an elder, as an officer, as an admin, we lead by our example in the things that we do and in the things that we say. And when the head shepherd comes, we're talking about Jesus, your reward, and by the way, there is a reward, will be a never-ending share in his glory and honor. A never-ending share in his glory and honor. That's fascinating. So I don't care if you're preaching from the stage, you're greeting, you're streaming, you're modding, you're discording, or whatever. When we do that, what's our motivation? Are we being good examples? If you are, there's actually a reward. I wish I could give you rewards here on earth. I wish I could pay you. All these things I wish I could do. But there's one thing that will be for you is a reward in the next life in a way that I can't explain or understand. You'll have a never-ending share in his glory and honor. And that's powerful. So don't be tyrants. Don't be... I can only think of like curse words. So don't be mean. Let's just put it that way. So I think the reason I'm hesitating is because I'm thinking of just different stories to share, but I have seen a lot of people, there's this deconstruction movement happening, at least in America, perhaps in a... perhaps even further, I don't know where it's happening, but there's this deconstruction. A lot of it's happening, and people are leaving the church and leaving faith because of toxic cultures in the church, toxic leadership cultures. And so thousands of years ago, Peter wrote this. He wrote this a couple thousand years ago, and it's still happening today, right? Being a tyrant. Anyways, let's keep moving on because I'm kind of hesitating. Don't be a butt hugger. Exactly. And that's the transliteration here. Tyrant. That's what that means. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's keep going. You younger men, follow the leadership of those who are older. So I'm not sure why he's saying that specifically here. I would have think that would have been assumed, but maybe there was something happening in the church where the young men were just kind of like, we ain't listening to you, man. And so he was saying, hey, no, listen, yes, there's freedom in the church, and we're not trying to be tyrants, but let's not all ignore each other. So you younger men, follow the leadership of those who are older. And I like what Phantom said the other day. Sometimes it seems like these letters are written as a response maybe to another letter or something going on. And so we're kind of like flies on the wall peeking into the drama of what's going on. So maybe something was happening. But you younger men, follow the leadership of those men who are older. And all of you, young, old, rich, poor, male, female, older leadership, younger, all of you serve each other with humble spirits. I love that. I just love that example. Pastor Lena does that. She sets that such a good example for the church to that degree of how can I help you? How can I make this burden lighter on you? And we're actually, a lot of our conversations back and forth with leadership is how can I help you? How can I help you? How can I make this burden lighter? And that's kind of like behind the scenes stuff, but it's such a beautiful thing that I hope infuses all around the community. So all of you, regardless if you have a fancy title or not, serve each other with humble spirits. For God gives special blessings to those who are humble. Special blessings for those who put others before themselves, but sets himself against those who are proud. And we reflect that. We have that part of our divine where we're like, if someone's like arrogant, proud, obstinate, we're just kind of like, ugh. We kind of want to like stay away from that, right? And so he sets himself against those who are proud. By the way, if you're proud, it's good news. If you will humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, in his good time, he will lift you up. So some of you, the light is shining in your spirit and your attitudes, and the light is shining in your darkness, and you're like, oh, wow, I'm one of those proud people. Well, the good news is that this is an invitation. Excuse me. This is an invitation to humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God. This is a short chapter, by the way. Look at this. Hold on here. Super short chapter. All right. And I love this next part. Let God have all your worries and cares. Oh, man, that alone. We could just stop right there, focus on that one phrase for the rest of the week. Because we got worries, we got cares, we got big ones, we got small ones, we got subconscious ones, we got very conscious ones all up in our face. But in this aspect, we're releasing it to him. God, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. But instead of worrying about it, instead of just being all anxious, I'm going to give it to you. And that's hard, just to release that. God, here you go. Here you go. I'm going to let you think about it. I'm not going to, Alina had some great ideas about this chapter. Nice. Can't wait to see. But I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Pastor Alina was talking to me about you last night, Alice. Said that you are doing, she said a lot of good things. She said a lot of good things. A lot of beautiful things. She really likes you, is basically what I'm saying. I would rewrite a couple of words to make it not gender target. Yeah, I think that's a good point. And oftentimes he does say brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters. You see that often, and sometimes he just says, like be thoughtful men of prayer. Well, what about the women? But I think it's like included in that. And sometimes the translation is poor because maybe it means mankind or humankind in the original language, which was like Aramaic and Greek. And then when you translate that to English, hundreds of years later, perhaps thousands of years later, the translator could have just put just men. But you see a lot of that, just kind of translation's a hard thing to do, man. I can't imagine translating the Bible. Like, even English, like go to like California, like the surfers are like bogus, dude. This rave is just righteous, and you're like trying to translate to a different language. This wave is great, right? And so I think that's tough, man. It's good stuff. She has a big heart. Yes, she does. Hijacking some of this for MMO Church. Yeah, for sure, man. Dude, I love by the way, I loved the church service on Sunday. Or on Saturday in Final Fantasy. I thought it was super cool. Can I get a picture? You guys need to see a picture of our service on Sunday. How do I get this? I'll just let me see if I can put an image up. Image, oh, here we go. Add source, image, browse, downloads. Here we go. Bam! You guys see that? Take a quick moment. We're doing practice services in Final Fantasy 14, and here is a picture of the first practice service in Final Fantasy 14 online. Great service. I really think it's going to be really special. Like all the churches have such a uniqueness to them. I like the Discord. I like the text integration. I like the possibilities of party finders. The whole bit, man. The whole bit. And once we're ready to go, anyways, so yeah, I'll save that for another time. But looks good, man. It's a great image. All right. Alice is easy to like. Yeah, she is. Hello, H. Dura. What's up? H. Dura, what's up? Oh, pretty. Hadura, there is church in Rust, but not in Rust Empires. So you have to go here because we got kicked out. So go to that. So yes, we're still doing. The answer is yes. We're still doing church on Rust. We have a PvP PvE server, similar-ish to Rust Empires, and we have church on Sundays. And we got a nice dedicated server, a nice little community that's just getting going. But the church in Rust Empires, that particular server, we got kicked out of, unfortunately. So what happened, by the way, if you're just listening, like, why did you get kicked out of there? It sounds really bad. Oh, you went to the Easter event? That was crazy, man. I think you went like crazy time. So for those of you who are listening, you're like, how did a church get kicked out? Well, what did you guys do? Well, we didn't really do anything super bad. What happened was we had our church in a server called Rust Empires. I did a TikTok, and I said, hey, I have like 2,000 followers at the time, or maybe even less, maybe less than 1,000 followers. I don't remember, but I was like, I posted to TikTok, hey, we're having church on Sunday. It might have been the Easter one, Hondura. H. Dura. Am I saying your name right? H. Durao? I'll just call you Dura. And so I posted that to TikTok, and it had like, I don't know, like 50,000 views. I don't know, just went crazy. And then the next Sunday in Rust Empires, a ton of people came. And a lot of trolls, not everybody, a lot of trolls, and it was just chaos. And as you imagine Rust can be. Smoke bombs going off, like people jump. We didn't have stage blocker because the church we were doing, there was like, maybe 10, 15 of us and at the most. And it was pretty calm, a few minor disruptions, gunshots, people flying helicopters, whatever. It was fine. But this one was packed out. It was really special though. People got there early. I like walked in the building like an hour or two before church. It might have been like more than an hour. And there was like 3 kids just sitting there on the front row. I was like, hey, are you here for church? She's like, yeah, we want to get good seats. I was like, okay. I mean, all right, sure enough. But anyways, most people were cool, but there were so many trolls that they asked us to stop doing church in their server. And then they asked us, then we started like having a conversation with them about maybe we can still do it in a special way. But then they heard we started our own server. But the only reason we started our own server was because they said we needed to stop doing church. Because then we were like, oh, well, let's start our own server. So before we could have that conversation, they kicked us out of everything, their Discord, their server. And they said, because you're creating a competing Rust server, we want nothing to do with you. So we didn't get a chance to say, no, we didn't mean to do that. We just created it because you said we had to stop. And then you said we could start. I don't know. Do you see how it all is all muddled up and confusing? It's kind of what it was. Yes, we gotta update the, yep. Are you talking about on Rust or are you talking about on the website, Naked? Do I want to become famous? Yes, I do, Chase Buds. Yes, I do. Actually, I don't. I'm a behind-the-scenes type of guy. All right, so let's focus here. Yeah, I know it's a bot, I'm just being silly. I know it's a bot. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a great server, by the way. I love Rust Empires. We're still big fans of them, and just the way it worked out was this real miscommunication, misunderstandings, and we couldn't fix the misunderstanding fast enough. But it's a great server, great community. Love it. All right, so let's stay focused. Let's see here. So let God have all your worries and cares, for he is always thinking. Hold on one second. There we go. Let God have all your worries and cares, for he is always thinking about you. Man, let's underline that. Do you realize, everybody listening, everybody watching, watching now, watching later, going to the gym, go get them gains. Take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Watching now, watching later, everybody listening, everybody watching, that God is always thinking about you. He's wondering what you're up to, how you're doing, all those things that a friend, that a relationship would have. He's always thinking about you. And he's watching everything that concerns you. Interesting. And watching everything that concerns you. So, in other words, God is concerned about the things that you're concerned about. The things you like, the things you dislike, the things that keep you up at night, all those things. He's thinking about you, and he's watching everything that concerns you. He's not this aloof God just out in the clouds, just floating around, and this cosmic killjoy up in the sky. No, he is a God that loves you. He thinks about you. He's watching over you. Now, there are things that do want to set themselves against you. So now he comes to the second part. Conversely, separate those two thoughts, even though they're connected. Be careful. Watch out for attacks from Satan, your great enemy. He prowls around like a hungry, roaring lion looking for some victim to tear apart. In other words, evil is always going to try to manifest its ugly head and try to harm your life. But for us, in the next verse, it says, stand firm when he attacks. I don't know what that attack looks like for you. Maybe it looks different for all of us. The way that evil can manifest itself, the way that we can be drawn away from faith and from God. And so the encouragement is to stand firm. Or the encouragement is to stay in faith when he attacks. Trust the Lord. And remember that other Christians all around the world are going through these sufferings too. So there's like a solidarity happening here. All right, just a few more verses, man. I love this part. He's always thinking about you. He's watching everything that concerns you. After you have suffered a little while, then again, let's emphasize that suffering's for a season. This isn't the destiny of your life. After you have suffered a little while, our God, who is full of kindness through Christ, will give you his eternal glory. We talk about in church and in religion about giving glory to God, and it's all about God and giving him the glory. True. And then there's this aspect where he's sharing it with us and he's giving it to us. Like, how, it's mind-blowing. And after you have suffered a little while, our God, who is full of kindness through Christ, will give you his eternal glory. He will personally will come and pick you up and set you firmly in place and make you stronger than ever. Ooh, I got chills on that one. That's good stuff, man. He personally. It's not send Angel B or, make an appointment or, I'll get to it when I get, send the people, send the person. I got a person that does that. God personally himself will come and pick you up. You suffer. He's going to come and says, hey, suffering's over. That storm, that dark night, it's over. And it's time to pick you up. So that's a beautiful moment to realize that you're not surprised, you're not bewildered when these fiery trials come. Instead, you're happy about it because it's going to make you stronger. And then when the appointed time for that trial to be over, he's going to come personally and pick you up and set you firmly in place. He'd be like, see how strong you are now? Slapping your shoulders like, I see, you've got what it takes, and make you stronger than ever. And that's what we were talking about before. These muscles, physically, when we lift weights or when we run for our lungs, we're trying to get stronger. And so you've come through it. He says he's done. He personally comes and says, all right, let's put you firmly in place. He's going to come and pick you up because maybe we're on the ground. Maybe. Hold on, I might have to get the door. I think someone's at the door. I don't think anybody's here to answer it. 2 seconds, my friends. 2 seconds. Leave you some music. I'll be right back. Ooh, I like this music. We're talking about becoming unstoppable, man. It was just Amazon. So we're good. All right, here we go. So he will, let's see where we at. Where is we? He personally will come pick you up and set you firmly in place. He'll come and pick you up because maybe you're like, like what was that? What the heck was that? Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Here, stand up. Shoulders back, chest up. All right, we're firmly in place, and you're stronger than you were before. You're like, yeah, I am stronger than I ever was. To him be all power over all things, forever and ever. Amen. That's good right there, man. Who's ever preaching on Sunday, preach that. Amazon showing up that nonstop popcorn maker. You know me. That's right. You know me. Special delivery. Nah, just, we're always getting something. All right, so last couple of verses here. I am sending you this note to you through the courtesy of Silvanus, who is, in my opinion, a very faithful brother. I love these endings that the writers have because it kind of gives you a little behind the scenes of who's who and what's happening. So there's a Silvanus character written here in the scriptures. I hope I have encouraged you by this letter. I think you have, Peter. For I have given you a true statement of the way God blesses. And sometimes he blesses through trial. What I've told you here should help you to stand firmly in his love. And I think that's the ultimate goal of this letter, is that we would stand firm in God's love. And finally, the church here in Rome, she is your sister in the Lord. Sends her greetings. So does my son, Mark. I don't think literal son, like spiritual son, Mark. Give each other the handshake of a Christian. Let's see here. Give each other the handshake of Christian love. A peace be to all of you who are in Christ. Peter. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's powerful, man. That's some good stuff. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. But yeah, chew on those. There's some powerful scripture on there to chew on. For sure. All right. Any questions or comments before we switch over to Microsoft Flight Simulator? Anybody have any Q's and A's? I think God is a female. Got to be, otherwise would God be so great? Huh. You're saying males are bad, huh? I don't know that there is like gender in the next life though. I think they use that for earthly understandings, like the Son of God and God the Father. Um, but I don't think there's like male and female in the life in the spiritual. You know what I mean? Nah, I just have bad mommy issues. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't we all? All right. So recapping here. Talking to the elders at first about feeding the flock of God. What's your motivation for doing it? Don't be tyrants. We're not doing power trips here in church, but we're trying to be good examples at the end of the day. We talked about humility. God gives special blessings to... I didn't mean to do that. God gives special blessings to those who are humble. And we saw the heart of God. Not some aloof cosmic killjoy, but one who's always thinking about you. Watching everything that concerns you. We said to be careful of evil. Stay away from it. If it comes, stand firm. Trust the Lord. Put your faith in Him. And remember, all people all around are kind of going through the same thing. And then finally, when we've suffered, our God will personally come and pick us up, set us firmly in place, and make you stronger than ever. Stand firmly in His love and give each other the handshake of Christian love. All right, my friends, take a little break here in just a second. I've been scoping out EUCs. Have you guys seen these before? I have one of these. They're a lot of fun. I've been taking it off-road. It's a blast, man. If I could try to show you, but it's over there charging. Anyways, I know this isn't Bible study, but the new versions are coming out. The pre-order products, dude, this one is looking amazing. I've been taking mine on some trails. So I've been doing a lot of just riding around roads and because I'm a beginner, I'm still a noob at electric unicycle is what it's called. And then I started taking it on a trail, and I'm like, it's wild, it's fun, dude, it's fun. And it's like anything. There's like entry level one. I think I have an entry level one that's not super power, very capable for like road and a little bit of trail. Entry level one, but there's like mid-level ones that I'm starting to look at now because I'm having so much fun with mine. And then there's like these entry, mid-level, advanced. And then these extreme ones are crazy. Some of these can go like 40, 50 miles an hour. And they can just go off-roading like it's nothing. I was watching some guy tackle a hill, do jumps. It was crazy. Anyways, this is my hobby. If you want to get a little peek into my private life, this is one of my hobbies I've just gotten into this year. It's fun, man. And the new ones look like it's starting to get nuts here. Because the first ones kind of look like these guys, real basic, but now, like this Abrams, oh my goodness, the power this thing has. Where's the specs on this thing? 50 miles an hour. 50 miles an hour. That's crazy. I have mine governed until recently. I had mine governed at 16 miles an hour. At 16 miles an hour, I'm like, whoa. I unlocked it recently, and I've hit 21 miles an hour, and I was not comfortable with that. I was not comfortable. I was very uncomfortable. So I hit probably 17 max, 17, 18 miles an hour. And that's what I feel comfortable with. 18 is a little fast. 17 is about, feels right. 50 miles an hour. I've seen people like there was this train, like I don't know, it was a subway, like a metro or whatever. And this guy on a one wheel, like I don't know if it was this one, but he was keeping right up with the train. People were filming him like outside, like, and he was like, bzz, like leaning forward. Bzz. There's no way. 50 miles an hour. That's crazy. Like I said, when I joined the community, I'm a Satanist, but I don't mind listening to the God stuff. Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that transparency. They look like motorbike parts. Yeah, pretty much. My mom called me today saying my grandpa wasn't happy enough with giving me money for my birthday, so he's buying me a new motorcycle. Really? Wow. Thing looks like a death machine. Yes, it can be. If you, I don't know. It can be. I take it easy. I get all geared up. I'm like pads. I have like wrist guards. I'm like fully decked out, like knee pads, elbow, wrists, helmet. I get all that. And that's only going like 15, 16 miles an hour. This guy is ridiculous. Ridiculous. 44 miles an hour. There's no way. Abraham's like the tank maker. Yeah, they do like tank names because there was the veteran Sherman was the one that's currently out, and this pre-order product is the veteran Abrahams. But yeah, the top one that people say is the top right now is the veteran Sherman. Right here. The veteran Sherman, 45 miles an hour.
The veteran Sherman may be the most important wheel release of the year since it's not a wheel. We're going to get a chance to find out. This week, we review the veteran Sherman. Roll the intro! They were, which I'll talk about later, actually align with the axle, and I'll explain a little at a good margin. Now I have mentally prepared myself to ride the 77-pound wheels. I reason that since my current regular ride is the extended range. Now, agility of an electric unicycle is also partly a function of torque and balance, and at any speed I dare to venture, even up to the 40s, I never felt the torque curve wavering. Not even a tiny.
That is sweet.
20. So it looks good and it's a blast to ride, but the question remains separately for those who nosy on the stair. You can jump it pretty well, but you'll need good pads. And it can also handle a few drops.
I would not do that. That's me falling.
Peel out on gravel because, I don't know, it's cool. But the goal of all these tests are to understand the true limitation of this wheel, so as to understand how much leeway this doesn't do slightly exposed too much.
Anyway, so yeah, that is a lot of fun, man. That is a lot of fun. I would love to get the veteran. They're so expensive. I probably won't get one, but if I had the extra cash, I would totally get a veteran Sherman. I don't know though. Because if I'm not going to go that fast, I don't know. I don't think I would do over 20, man. I feel like I think over 15 miles an hour you can start to break some bone, some collarbones. Like I think, yeah, anything over 15 miles an hour, I'm just kind of like, I'm not in a like a hardcore like adrenaline junkie, you know. So I don't think I'd need to go that fast. So they probably wouldn't get one now that I think about it, because that was so much power. It'd be like buying a sports car, a racing car, and only driving around the neighborhood. I think that's pretty. Just watch out for potholes. Let's see. Abraham's like, do you need to stand and ride at 50? Yeah, you're standing. Yeah, you're standing and riding. It's like a self-balancing unicycle. They're really hard to learn. I'll be honest. Maybe other people it's easy, but it's really hard to learn. It took me a good week, and there was like buyer's regret for a little bit. I was thinking, oh, why did I do this? This is ridiculous. And then it clicks, and then you get better at it, and then you don't even. I don't even think about it anymore. I just get on there. I'm just zipping around. Yeah. So watch out. You must be in a hurry to meet God if you're riding that Kevorkian cycle. No, not me, man. I keep it chill. I push it a little bit, but that's still like less than half the speeds that other people would take it. I push it a little bit, but I'm not. I keep it simple. I want to show you mine now. I'm gonna go get it here in a second. I'm too easy to repair my Harley. Right now, it's collecting. You have a Harley, boy? Get that thing going. Make sure your health insurance is paid up. Yeah. Yeah. Here, let me show you mine here. Let me show you mine. So, I don't know. It's kind of heavy. If I can hold it up, right? And so you can tell this isn't as fancy as the other ones. This is like an entry level one. It's not built. Should probably turn it off. All right, I'm gonna put it down before I do something crazy. All right, Alice, I think it's time to fly. Let me go get that set up. Let's take a little break. Alice, you want to join me in a voice chat? I landed in New Quai. Did I say that correctly? So let's take a 5-minute break to boot it up. I'm all tangled up now. All right. All right, my friends, intermission. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're going to fly some Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'll be right back. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Hey, Alice, I'm in live HD. You there?
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Twitch right now. Very good.
Hold on one second. The music's loud here. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. What's been going on in your world? You still hear me? Check. 1, 2. You still there, Alice? Check. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I can hear you.
I've just changed mics. You'll probably hear me now, but it's not as good.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
better.
go. Yeah, my headphones cut out, but
Oh, okay. Cool. Just making sure it wasn't me.
I'm hearing myself.
Is that through the stream?
I don't know. I was really, really loud. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it might be the stream.
say.
It's funny.
Okay. Yeah, my headset mic is really stupid for some reason. Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot to check for updates. There better not be a big update.
Yeah, apparently I'm way louder than you.
Here, yeah, let me turn it down just a smidge. There we go. That might do it. Update. 3 gigs. That's not too bad. Okay, we should be okay. Exercise. What's this one? Oh, I forgot I had this exercise break. Yeah, we do need that. Live stream. So now I need to add a window that says, is it a browser? No, it's a window game capture. Let's try game capture. Let's see if that works. Shadow. There we go. Oh, wow. It's going slow. Oh, I don't know.
1%.
Yeah. Say something. I said you're louder than me. Check. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you sound good there. All right. So the good news is that it's only 3 gigabytes. The bad news is it's going super slow. I always forget to check Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're always updating it.
They force you to. Oh, it's mandatory update. Oh man.
I still got to fly with Mr. Walt. We've been trying to fly for like 2 months.
Yeah. He'll get there. He's always busy.
Wow, why are we stuck at 86 megabytes? All right, mandatory update. Oof. All right, well, while we're waiting, we'll see how this goes. How do you say the name of the airport that I'm at again? New Kwai?
Nuki. You ended up at Nuki.
Nuki.
Nuki. Yeah.
All right, let me pull
Like
this up.
look
Nuki.
it up. Look up Google
But
Maps.
why the Quay?
Cause,
Nuki.
cause that's a key. Like, is an airport. Or
Nuki.
cause we're all by the sea.
That's a nice beach. Do you go to the beach a lot?
No.
Nuki.
No, I'm not. I'm not that near Newquay, but there's no real airport. There's no airport that's really near me. But I
Yeah,
guess that's kind of the closest one.
And where are you at again?
At the moment, I'm living in Plymouth.
Plymouth. Let me see here.
Yeah.
What direction is that? Um, oh, there we go. The speeds are picking up.
Yeah.
What
But
direction is it from Nuki?
so it's east from Newquay, but I'm from Cornwall, so I grew up mostly around other areas of Cornwall, and then I moved to Plymouth for work.
Where would you like us to fly to? Plymouth or Cornwall?
Mm, you go all around Cornwall. The Cornwall's prettier.
Want to go to
You should,
Cornwall? All right, cool.
you should go all around Cornwall. Cornwall's a big place. You're already in Cornwall.
Oh,
You're already there.
Nuki is Cornwall. Okay, so we should go
Newquay,
there, huh?
Newquay's in Cornwall. Newquay's in Cornwall, yeah.
Okay, we'll go there since because that's what you would consider home, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Plymouth is the city just across the border from Cornwall. So there's the River Tamar.
For some reason, I don't see it on the map. Like right next door, there's Tren Creek, Chapel, um, Mountain Joy.
Ten, Ten Creek Holiday Park.
Yeah, is that where you're at?
No. I know where that is though.
Very cool, very cool.
Um, so I mostly grew up in Launceston. I went to college in St. Austell. Um,
Oh, very cool.
well, yeah, near Launceston. But that's
Yes, I do have a gigabit fiber. Who keeps calling me? What's happening here? All right, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think we're just about there.
welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, something's happening. Something is happening.
You got it. Dun.
We can do it.
Done to the unskis. Downloaded.
The new 3000 series GPU. Oh, I hear you got a new 3000. Yes. I thought you said, did you hear about the new 3? I was like, yeah, of course. Or I thought there may be a new version. Yes, I did get one. Let's see if I can. Dun, 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 bzz, bzz, bzz. Look, dude, look how big the. Hold on, let me turn off this webcam. That's green screening for me. Yep. So, okay. So I've been on a laptop for. Wait, hold on. Why is this game not loading? Still loading. Okay. Sorry, Alice. I thought I didn't know we'd have to update so much. So I've been on a laptop. This is my first desktop in 6 years. How many years? 5? Let's see. Let's see. 18, 19, 20, 21. Maybe 4 years. So the graphics cards are getting ridiculous these days. Look how big that graphics card is. That's crazy. There's like no motherboard and there's like nothing but a graphics card in here. That's crazy, man. I think it's crazy at least. There we go.
I wonder if that's why my laptop's so heavy. It's supposed to have a good graphics card, but it's really heavy.
Yeah, true. So true. It's working great though. Working really good. I love it. Rust runs great. Everything just runs really good. I think, man, let's see here. We're still loading, Alice. Sorry about that. We'll get flying here any moment. So I would love to live near the beach. I think it'd be fun. Nuki Beach, Porth Beach. What else you got over here? Great Western Beach.
I'm not from those areas. I've lived in Falmouth before, which is almost directly south. I lived down there for 3 years, and that had a really nice beach.
Ooh, nice, nice. Looks like a lot of fun.
Although sand isn't that cool. It gets stuck everywhere. You want a nice rocky beach, they're better.
A nice rocky one.
Yeah, despite what everyone says.
I'm looking at the Nuki Beach and like pictures of it. It looks really pretty. Looks like a nice place to hang out.
Yes, the beaches on the north coast are more for surfers. So people go surfing up there, and on the south coast is more family picnicky type of thing.
Ah, I see.
And it's because the waves are really strong on the north coast. You get big waves.
You get some good surfing. I've always wanted to learn how to surf. I think that'd be fun. Maybe I'll move to Nuki for a little bit and learn how to surf.
Yeah. Well, if you go Nuki, only go out during the day. as soon as the sun sets, you better get in your house.
Why is that?
It's like drug club central at
Oh, for
nighttime.
real? At nighttime?
Yeah.
Everything changes at night.
Yeah, so it's a nice
And
family town.
these pictures are beautiful. All right, let me put this up on the stream here.
Show the others.
Since it's taking forever to load. Why isn't this working? Oh. Oh, well, I can't show it for some reason. Automatic. That's weird. Why it won't let it show me? Or why it won't let me show it. Oh my good. Is it coming? Finally. Wow. It took forever. All right, let's get this thing going. All right, so we landed, we did a big flight from Boston to Iceland, and then from Iceland to Nuki, and that's where we landed. And so we took this flight. Is it working here? Is my stream saying? Okay, yeah. I think the
can see your
stream's
stream.
saying. Okay, good. Yeah. So what was this one? Yeah, we took off from here in Iceland, way up here, and flew across. I guess is this Scotland?
No, that's not. Oh wait, there's a delay. You're
Yeah.
pointing at Iceland when I had Scotland.
Yeah, this is
Um,
Scotland. Flew
uh,
across Scotland, beautiful land, and then we came
the
all the
big,
way down.
the
Oh, here's
the
plane.
island on the island on the left is Ireland.
Island.
Scotland is the north. Yeah.
Okay. Ireland. Oh, okay, Ireland.
Mhm.
Yes. I see Plymouth now, way over here, way east. And here is your
Yeah.
hometown of Nuki, and we landed over here, I believe. Let me see what airplane. I believe we landed here.
Yeah. So the next nearest airport is Exeter, and at the moment I'm kind of directly in the middle between them both.
So that's departure.
Hmm.
All right, we don't need to take a slow plane, so we can see. We can see clearly. Maybe. Wait, something's off here. Oh, here we go. Turboprops. What's the cruise speed? 195. Now let's get something a little slower so we can enjoy the sights. Excuse me. How about cruise speed 120? Cruise speed 85. Yeah, we'll take a nice slow one. We'll take this little guy. Now, I haven't flown in a while, so hopefully I remember how to fly. Flight conditions. We're going to go live traffic, live weather.
It's good weather today.
Is it good weather? Nice.
Yeah, the sun is golden hour at the moment as well.
Beautiful. Let me check the stream. Now we're good. Let's fly. All right. So anywhere, I might fly along the coast, and then if there's somewhere you want to, go specifically, let me know. And it's always different from the sky.
Yeah, I mean everything's so nice in terms of the coast.
Is there no sound? What's going on here? Oh, here we go. I got sound now. Do you guys hear sound? You guys hear the engine of the plane? Here? Okay, good. Alright, turn that up, turn that down. Alright, here we go. Time to remember how to fly again. You know what? Is it not picking up my, I forgot the... What's the outside view? Oh. Day for a flight here. my controller isn't working. Hold on, let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's not recognizing it. Is it going to recognize my... It's not recognizing, but it's responding to it. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's weird. Something is weird here. It doesn't recognize the controllers, but it is also responding to the controllers. Alright, give me a
Maybe the
second.
update broke it.
What was that? Yeah, it must have. Okay, it's working, but I gotta figure out how to increase my speed. Uh-oh. I don't mean to be going.
Well, you said you wanted a slow plane.
How do
You got
I...
a slow one.
Alright. How is this happening? How do I increase speed? Uh-oh, something's happening. We're gonna crash. Oh, I gotta find out what's going on here. So my usual controls are not... what's it called? Accelerate? Thrust. What would be the term to go forward? Throttle. Increase throttle F3 and F2. Okay.
Tower Easy 8216 miles southeast inbound ILS runway 30 approach.
Easy 821 tower. Altimeter 30 decimal.
Alright, F3. We're just gonna wing it.
Cleared ILS
Here we
runway
go.
30 approach.
Cleared ILS runway
we're off.
30 approach. Easy 821.
Nice.
Alright, so from the airport, where should we go? Hang left? Oh, it's your evening, right?
Yeah, it's our evening, yeah.
I see. Well, first of all, let's just acknowledge that this is a beautiful place already, and we haven't even gotten anywhere. The sunset, the ocean.
Oh, you got Truro over there. That's the capital of Cornwall. That's the capital city of Cornwall, Truro is, but it's tiny.
What's it called?
Truro. It was on your left.
Alright, let's head left then.
I think it's that way.
Wow, look how beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Countryside. It has like a little bit of country, a little bit of the beach. Wow, how nice. How fast am I going? Can I slow down a little bit? Oh, look at these bluffs. It feels like you would fall out of those. Do they have protection over there?
What, the cliffs?
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes they have fences, but you're not supposed to stand on the edge. Otherwise you could die.
There's no, like, fencing on those bluffs? Wow.
Some of the coastal paths have fences, but I mean, if you just walk up to them,
It's just
a lot of them
completely
are private.
open. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of it's private land that you're not supposed to walk on anyway. But
That's that beach I saw. Maybe I'll swing around and take a look at it.
it's quite well done.
There's a little major highway over there. Ah, so nice. Look at that, like, river or something like that. I want to go flip around and look at those bluffs again.
The cliff tops.
Take a little turn here. That's so cool, man. I don't think we really, well, at least in my part of the state, the U.S., we really don't have like these bluffs. Is that what you call them, bluffs?
No, I've never heard the term bluff.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm using the term wrong.
Tower easy 821 is going
No, it's just the coast, the cliff paths, coastal walks.
Oh, look at that building. You see that? What's that doing there?
Which building?
Oh, I'll flip around here.
There's a delay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
405, easy 821.
And hold on, I'm having control issues here. Yeah, come look at this, like, I'm gonna flip around here. There was like this house or this building like right in the middle of. Hold on, I wonder how much delay there is. It might be a couple minutes, or not that long, but. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fly right at it. So I'm gonna come, yeah, right here. Like, I would love to have a house like right there. Look at this.
Oh, yeah,
The delay is coming, but
maybe if you've got a few £1 million, you can have a house.
look at this. Look at this.
Right
Look
on
at
the
this.
coast.
Wow, that's amazing.
You're probably looking at. Oh yeah, you're looking at public toilets, houses. I don't know. Some of them will be public toilets, and sometimes you have cafes on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
assuming
even
these
got cars moving.
yeah, the cars are moving. You probably could see you down there waving.
No, I don't spend time up there that much at all.
We got some, I guess, hotels. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I want a house on that this little jettison of land over here. Put me a house right about here. And I would love that. Alright, anything in particular you want us to fly to? I'm just going to fly around.
Yeah, I think maybe if you go to the south coast and fly along the south coast, maybe.
Alright.
And then that would get you to the other edge of Cornwall.
Oh, alright.
That'd be a pretty ride.
So just follow this coast, right?
No, I think you're on the north coast right now. You'd have to fly through.
Fly through?
Unless you want to go Land's End way.
So you're saying cut across the land?
Yeah.
Ah, I don't know which direction I should go. Hold on, we'll take a look at the map. Let's take a look at the map here in a second. So if you look on the bottom right,
Can't see the map, but you've got Truro there. If you head towards Truro, that's kind of inland.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll head that way. And increase speed. How do I do that? My controls are off, so I'm trying to figure this out. There we go.
You can see all the fields. Fields and
Wow.
houses.
I really want to go live there now.
ECA 21, please expedite your climb
Yeah.
3,500
Look at beautiful
feet.
land. It's like a mix of farm. You got a little bit of a town, city. It's very beautiful. Oops.
There's lots of tin mining places on the coast as well, and coal mines.
So the thing about Flight Simulator, it's just has a very. Wait, hold on. Let me. Let's see if you'll take care of it. I want to check the chat. Put it on autopilot for a little bit.
People have been asking about your title.
Same thing
Stream
pops up.
title.
Plate. Oh, I need to update it. How do I update it? Where is that updater? Oh yeah, Fallen Star. We just finished. Hey, Fallen Star. We just finished a Bible study a bit ago. Now we're flying around Alice's homeland. Beautiful homeland, beaches and towns and farms. Colas, what up? Yeah, I used to be able to update it here in OBS, but I don't see that anymore. Yeah, that's
ECA
weird.
21, please expedite your climb 3,500 feet.
Yeah, we did a Bible study earlier. Now we're flying. Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, Phantom. 'Cause I'm not seeing it here on my side. So, okay, am I going towards the right?
Yeah, Truro is the capital city of Cornwall.
Oh, the southern coast. Is that where we're going? The southern coast?
Yeah, you gotta go southern coast, man.
Oh, like right about here. Even the stream will take a bit to catch up, but
Yeah. If you go south coast and then go north up to the south coast, that's some of the most. Well, that's my favorite anyway.
all right. I wish my controllers. There we go. I have to do a lot of things manually right now, so I think we're going in the right direction. And now we're gonna. Yeah, let's pick up the speed here.
Lots of turbines around as well. That's another feature.
Oh, beautiful. And Tudor is the capital, huh?
Yeah, it's technically Cornwall's only city. but it's not the biggest. No, what's the word? Not the biggest towny area, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's bigger areas.
VRC 123 contact approach on 134.05. Good day.
134.05 BRC 123. Approach BRC 123 1,800 feet.
VRC 123 approach altimeter 30.45 continue as planned.
Ah, very nice, very nice. What do you like about living in England? Or is it just like normal to you? You don't think about it?
I guess it's normal to me because I've never lived anywhere else.
Yeah, I think for me, I've spent most of my time in the East Coast of the United States.
Yeah, I do like the rain, naked toxicity. The rain is great.
Does it rain a lot?
Yeah, compared to most places. That's why we have a million different words for rain.
All right. Well, I'm impressed. I would move here. Especially if I could live on the beach. Whoa, easy, easy. So in the distance I see pre-Danak Navy, or what's the other one? Gold Rose Navy. Does those things ring a bell?
Cold Rose.
Oh boy, am I... Yeah, does that ring a bell?
Yeah, you're heading to the proper south coast. that's yeah. Rather than going directly south, yeah, that's a good place for camping around that area. So you're heading further southwest at the moment.
I see.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of cameras we have here. We can... Oh, that's cool. Another drone. Oh, cool.
Umbrellas are useless in the UK because whenever it's raining, whenever it's bad enough to use an umbrella, the weather breaks the umbrella.
It does?
Yeah. Because it would just get windy and then break the umbrella.
Not bad.
It's
Don't
just
they
no
have
point.
like wind-resistant umbrellas? The ones that like fold up, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's
The
so-
wind breaks the wind.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow,
Especially if you're on the coast.
that's wow.
Yeah.
Certainly is a beautiful land, though. Yeah, Phantom is a good question. Do you use umbrellas, raincoats, or just accept being wet?
Yeah, I don't have a raincoat, but I think I have sometimes if you go to festivals, people will sell bin bags to flop over you and they make a profit, but
I was in New York City one time, and it was raining, and people were selling umbrellas. And I know, I was like, all right, this is going to be a pretty crappy umbrella because I know it's like, you're buying it from shady people or whatever. They're just trying to make a quick buck or I don't know, whatever. And so I got the umbrella and it really, it didn't do it. The water seeped through and it didn't do anything. It was like raining inside the umbrella. It was pretty wild. I was like, wow. It was pretty funny. Crazy stuff. All right, so it looks like we're coming up on the coast. Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so now, would you like, oops, hold on, let's mess this up a bit. All right, we're coming up on the coast. You want us to head along the, do you want us to head along the coast or, looks like we're going to fly south and then north, or is that?
Yeah,
Right.
you'd go northeast along the coast. I think.
Northeast.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's going to take us southeast though first, or should I cut across to go northeast?
I mean, you pick. You've got some pretty areas down there, but there's pretty areas all along the south coast.
So either way?
Yeah, either way.
Okay. Well, let's take a look. All right, let me get my bearings. And here we go. Let's get nice and low so we can get some good views here. Dive bombing. Oh no! I went too hard. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I did, I stressed out the airplane.
Oh.
The wings must have fallen apart. Did you guys see that? I ripped the wings off mid-flight.
It just went black.
Yeah, it crashed. All right, so let's start down here. Looks like there's a we'll role play this and say we got rescued and this is where we're heading anyway. Set departure. And
you can fly from Navy bases.
yeah, we'll just take off from there because I think it's where we're around there anyway, right?
Oh.
Or were we over here by Kuldros?
I think you were closer to Coldres. I'm not sure.
All right, we'll pick this one up and just fly north on there. Let's pick something that can handle a little bit of a stressful flight here. Maybe this guy. Crash. Yeah, the wings got ripped off mid-flight. Got ripped off bad.
How do you rip off the wing mid-flight?
Because I was diving so hard on it, and it's a very flimsy plane as far as what you can do with it. And I knew I was pushing it, but I thought it could hold more than it did. But it could not. Oh, what kind of plane is this? I picked a different one. This is like a. Hold on a second. This is interesting. This is like a little sporty plane, huh? What is this? This is like a little. Okay, both you. It looks like you're. We're both in the plane right now.
Tiny, tiny. Oh, yeah, there's two of us.
All right. Well, so let's try this again. There we go. And throttle. And throttle. Why is there no throttle? I'm pressing the throttle button. Let's see here. Parking brake is engaged. Flaps. Why isn't this,
No rooms.
Alright, what's going on here? Let's see, throttle. Throttle cut F1. Yeah, no, this is F3 is increase, F2 to decrease. Yes. F3 to increase. Nothing.
Hey
F2.
guys,
Huh?
There's somebody
I
here.
was just saying hi.
Hi.
Who goes there?
Me on the wall.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much.
Alright, so...
I'm currently at the doctor.
Oh, wow. I'm currently trying to figure out how to get this plane flying. Parking brake, control, num delete. Control num delete. Control. Where is num delete at? What the? Oh, no, there's num lock. What about num delete?
My keyboard doesn't have a num delete.
Yeah, why can't I take off? Accelerate. Oh, now it's working. I didn't do anything. But the brake is on because I can't take the brake off.
Can you change the controls?
Yeah, I could probably reassign something.
Yeah. Oh, press right. Okay. Yeah, you've not got a controller.
Alright, we gotta figure this out here.
So how's everybody's day going?
Good, man. Doing good. Toggle parking brakes.
I'm
Hold on, I have to put this on. Sorry if I'm distracted, Neo. I'm in the middle of a flight here. Trying to figure something out. Let me put this.
it's fine.
You're in the middle of a ground, not a flight at the moment.
I did a big brain last night.
What's the big brain?
I managed to figure out what was wrong with my
What is happening here? Alright. Let's brakes. Parking brake. Toggle parking brake. Yeah, I'm pressing that button. Alright. I guess we'll have to sign one. Parking. Keyboard. Let's try control. Control. Maybe control 1.
Control B.
Clear
Look.
input.
Oh.
Press a key or command there. Control 1. This is already binded anyway now. Okay. How about control tilde? There we go. Validate. All right. Apply and save. Control tilde. Nothing. Yo, this plane stinks.
You need a new plane.
I hope you have insurance.
Yeah, me too. I'm pressing all the buttons to unlock the brake. I'm just going to start randomly pressing buttons. How did I take off last time?
I think it just started working.
Yeah, right? Let's go CM1 controller. Oh. Well, let me try something real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Alright, see you, buddy. See you, Phantom.
Wait.
Alright, let's try this. I'm going to restart this. Turn off shadow. Alright, let me restart this. Okay, enable my shadow. Install drivers. Maybe my USBs weren't installed. Hopefully my game is still open. Yes, it is. Master. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I don't know if it's going to let us take off.
Rip.
Yep. Rip indeed. Yep. Control. Oh, to disengage, okay. Left on the D-pad. Yes! I hit
Oh,
that.
you're off, are you? What the?
I hit left on the D-pad. Right on the D-pad. Up on the D-pad. Down on the D-pad.
You're in an intermission screen right now.
Oh, I am?
Did you know?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I didn't know if you knew.
No, I didn't know that.
I thought.
I forgot.
I thought maybe he's giving up already.
Never. Rust Master. Keep default. Okay, maybe it's working now. Oh,
Need to
it's
rest
working.
it too.
Hold on. Now what's the what's happening here? So I have control back. just pressing every button I know. That was definitely the brake, but something else is keeping it from. Oh. I wonder if, let me check, let me do this, watch this. Checklist. Maybe there's something here. You know what? I should have thought of this before. I'm just going to let my autopilot take off. Go! Fly! Release. Off. Yeah, the brake's off. The brake is definitely off. All right, I'm gonna let me restart this because maybe it's glitched. Let's try restarting.
Tower flight design 7 at runway tree 6 ready for departure, straight out departure.
Okay. Take off the brakes. Increase. I don't know what to tell you. It was glitched.
Well, you're off. You're off now.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you other than that was a glitch. My apologies for that wait there. Alright, let's fly along the coast now.
You have to speed
I have
fly, don't
no idea what was wrong.
go fast, but not so fast that you rip the arms wings off.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'll take it nice and steady. Thank you.
The sun's
And
gonna set by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, this would be a beautiful flight, to be honest. I love it. Oh, so beautiful. So the reason I'm ooh and eyeing is because I love coastal towns. I love coastal, like, waterways, beaches, lakes, rivers. This is kind of my thing. And then these big bluffs. I don't even know if that's what you call them.
No, no. You're the first person I've heard call something bluffs. I assume you mean the cliff.
Yeah. Is anybody on like chat? It's called bluffs, right? Aren't they? I'm pretty sure it's called bluffs. All right. Well, let's fly along the coast for a little bit. Looks like I'm about to turn into the northeast of England here. How far away would you say we are from London?
A bit far away.
Yeah.
Far away enough to not have to worry about London, because London sucks.
Why? Oh, buy me that house, Alice, right there to my left, on that bluff.
Yeah, okay. Just give me the money for it, and
We'll go have these on it. Looks big enough.
that house like that would be lovely.
If you bought me that house, I'd move my whole family over here.
Best win the lottery first.
Yeah. How much do you think those houses would cost right there?
So most of them well, most of the houses in Cornwall at the moment cost at least $250,000.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
That is expensive.
Oh, really?
Considering the wages in Cornwall are some of the lowest in the country.
Ah,
it's all like Londoners buying them up for second homes, which is really annoying.
Hey, why do they do
Or
that
like,
for?
because they want to make, well, they just want a chunk of whatever.
Wow.
Because they have the
Ooh,
money
look
and they
at this
can
to
do
the
it.
left. Look at that.
Mm,
Right into that little cove.
yeah.
Yeah. So those would probably be in the millions, I would assume.
Yeah, depending on your house, but if you go into some of the towns, they're a little bit cheaper. Most people just rent, I guess.
I see. Most people rent.
Hmm.
So it's kind of a similar problem here. Like a lot of real estate's being gobbled up
Yeah.
to force a rental market, and people that used to be able to afford it can't outbid, you know, who's ever buying the houses. So it's kind of a pain. So Londoners are coming over here and buying up all the homes.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah, not necessarily just to rent. It would be better if it was just to rent out, but most of them are empty.
Really?
So there is, yeah, so there's kind of a housing crisis down here where there's lots of
Wow.
people without a home or people that can't afford a home, but they're being bought up by people in London and then left empty most of the year. And maybe they'll come down here for a week once a year or rent it out as an Airbnb for tourists
Oh, man.
for a part of the year, but most of the time they're empty.
That's frustrating. I do say with all genuineness, this land is beautiful.
Yeah.
I know you say you've been there your whole life, but yeah, I think it's lovely.
Yeah, it's why I don't want to move away anywhere else. It's why I want to move back into the countryside one day.
By here, over here. Look at this. I found you a piece. I found you some land over here.
Yeah.
Right about here. This little peninsula type thing. Nice little town over here. I think you should move to.
Flight design 7, please acknowledge.
Alright, so let's take a look at the map. I'd be curious to know. Actually, let me get my autopilot going here real quick. So then I can look at the map without worries. So, alright. London is quite a distance, you're right.
Flight
Wow.
design 7, did you hear my last transmission?
So we'll have to make a flight to London sometime. But yeah, let's go along the coast for a couple more minutes.
Flight design 7 ATC, services terminated. Good day.
And let's find a... Well, let me take some real... Ooh, look at this town. I love the towns that are like in these little coves. Like, people found these coves and were like, let's build a community here. Because I've seen several already. We have many coves. I don't think we have that here in the U.S. as much. Could be wrong.
Well, fishing's been a big thing, so I guess that'll be why historically, and then mining near the coast as well. Fishing and mining, yeah. Big historical industries.
Look at this house right here on the peninsula. Oh, get that one. It's all by itself over here. All this water. Whoever lives there, we gotta go talk to them, see if they want to give up that piece of land. The sunset coming looking down across the land. All right, well, let's go land at Porthtowan Airfield. Porthtowan Airfield. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go land over there.
So these are, well, yeah, these are like tiny places that. So you're going back up to the north coast, that is.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah.
That's. I want to stay on this. I want to stay on the coast. So let me find. Well, I'll let the computer decide, right? Wait, hold on. Let me see some more of these sites. Oh, here's another cove with some more, I guess, apartments, or I don't know. Oh, don't want to crash here. Well, one day we'll have to take a trip over to England and come see you. And you can take us to some English pubs. Is that what you do? Good pubs?
There are a lot of pubs, yeah. Pubs are like the social hubs.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. Alright, let me find an airport here. What's the best way to do that? Let's see. Closest airport in every 4 minutes. 0, that's behind us. Porthtowan? Tempest. I want to keep going forward is what I want to do. No, I guess we'll go inland. We'll go to Paraporth.
I mean, if you want to go to Perranporth, it's got a really nice beach. It's on the north coast.
Ah, okay.
But,
Should I go to Truro or Perranporth?
see if you make it to make it through Truro City.
Alright, let's see if we can set as destination.
Hi, Mr. Walt. Mr. Walt's in the chat.
Hey, Mr. Walt! When are we gonna fly? We're flying around Alice's land here in England. We found her a nice spot along the water to buy. It's going to cost several $1 million, but I think, you know, no big deal. Just win the lottery. But yeah, it was a nice flight. Beautiful land over here. And we're going to go land at Truro. Let's see if I can. Let me, Mr. Wald, how you been?
You crashed at Truro.
Oh, Naked, that's a good idea. Should have a chat with Rico. Yeah, like Ninja was saying.
Echo Golf Hotel Yankee traffic flight design 75 miles
busy,
southeast,
alright.
700 feet inbound to land runway
Mr.
32.
Walt, let's set up a date to fly. Alright, I like to manually land, so gimme. I think I already have my... oh, my flaps were down. Oh, it's not... How embarrassing. There's Mr. Walt watching, too. Don't judge me, Mr. Walt.
Oopsie doopsie.
And don't judge my landing. I use some guided display here. AR. Just pretend I have AR glasses on.
Yeah, is that what all the red things are?
Yeah, it's some guides to help me.
I don't ever remember seeing those on my last visit to Truro.
Right. Ooh, don't mistake, like, see those, a little river down there. Along the river would be nice too.
Yeah, there's lots of nice rivers.
Well, Alice, thanks so much for the little tour of your beautiful homeland. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think our next flight will be to London. So I wonder how far do you think the flight is to fly from here to London?
Where are you going? Porthtowan or?
To Truro. To Truro?
Truro. Well, it's like ages on the bus.
Takes a while on the bus.
Yeah, there's no commercial flights.
Really? Anywhere around that time?
Not from Truro to London. You might get some Newquay to London. Newquay does some flights. So that's the some airports. So Newquay does some flights to Scotland or to London.
That makes sense.
But, or Exeter Airport would do.
Okay. And hard turn. I'm coming at this at a weird angle.
Hmm. Too fast, it says.
Yeah, I gotta adjust my speed once I get in this. Now we can start controlling the speed here a bit. And one flap might do for now. Alright, where's my runway? Down over there. Okay. Alright, looking good. Land before it gets too dark. Too fast.
Have you tried flying at night?
Yes.
Mhm.
It has its advantages. There can be some beautiful things to see with the lights, but definitely is harder. I forgot to check my landing speed. That would be helpful to know. Landing speed is 68 knots. 57 to 68 knots. So let's just say 60 knots. Is going to be my landing speed. So I'm about 140 right now. I definitely got to slow it down. Try to get this thing under 100. We'll say 65 is my landing speed.
Just don't break the wings off. It'll be
That's
fine.
what happened last time. Just as long as you keep the wings on, it'll be okay. Mr. Walt, my first attempt, I banked too hard with the plane and lost the wings. Stressed out the aircraft. I kind of like this guy, the CT Superlight, huh? It's a nice plane. Too slow? Alright, well. Too slow, too fast. Oh, it's a nice grass runway too. Okay. Too fast now. Alright, alright.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've not seen an airport in this area, but
There it
I guess there's lots
is.
of airfields. Mm.
Coming in for a landing. Feels good. Feels good, looks good. 80 knots. Yeah, right about here, huh? Am I too low? I feel like I'm gonna hit this tree. You think I'm gonna hit that tree? Oh, I'm stalling. Oh boy, it's a little hard to see since it's not a lit up runway. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Up. How am I looking? How am I looking? A little sideways, little. Here we go. And there we go. Not the greatest, but we're alive. Right.
Right. And just landed in a field somewhere.
Hey, not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Well, thank you, Alice, so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Walt. I need to learn from the master, though. You got to teach me your ways.
GG's.
GG's. All right, my friends, we're going to end the stream. I'm going to go grab some lunch, but we'll be back later. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Alice.
So
Thanks,
yeah,
Mr.
have
Walt.
a good lunch.
Yeah, take care. Thank you very much for the flight.
Thank you.
Bye.
Visiting my glorious home. Bye.
I love it. Bye. See ya.
DJ.